The world of Pokemon. Over the past 20 years, we have seen 7 very unique regions that have been inspired by real-world locations. The regions of Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based off of Japan. The Kalos region is based off of France, and the Unova and Alola regions are based off the United States. There are still many places in the real world Game Freak could choose as a location to draw inspiration from, and that is the goal of this series, to pick a part of the real world and reimagine it as if it were a Pokemon region. And in this episode, as suggested by the Champion Gold, we are going to explore and reimagine Chile and Argentina as a Pokemon region. Long ago, when this series was still young, I did an episode where I explored the whole continent of South America as a region for Pokemon. While it would be something else, it was unfair for the individual countries. So, these locations are perfect to look at both. Both Chile and Argentina are similar, but at the same time vastly different. Both have vast arid regions, stunning mountain regions, but there are parts neither has. Because this is 2 countries, I will be showing 2 features of each for a total of 4, and this will follow into the Pokemon. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I want to take a moment and just admire the beauty these countries have. Argentina's almost mythical looking Mount Fitzroy would be perfect set piece for any game regardless of its Pokemon or not. The beauty and one of a kind look of these mountains can make an imagination go wild. Just envision the sorts of Pokemon that could be found here. But Chile also has equally beautiful lands. This is the Atacama Desert, a stunning large desert that takes up a large section of northern Chile. This specific part I'm showing is called Valle de la Luna, or Valley of the Moon. The combination of the name and the red stone just makes me think and what type of fairy Pokemon would show up here, honestly. It could even be a time of day thing. During the day only rock and maybe fire types could be here, and at night fairies playing the rays of the moon. But these 2 examples are quite similar and quite close together. Time to bridge the gap a bit. This is the Gran Chaco in Argentina. This area is not unique to only Argentina though, since it is so large it crosses many parts of South America. But it is a dry yet fertile land that reminds me of a cross between a savanna and a tropical forest. In reality, it is more savanna than anything though. It closely resembles the Pony Plains in the Alola region, and I think that would make a very good comparison to see how this would work in game. Just a vast wilderness teeming with life. But it's not all warm and tropical as we head to the southern part of Chile to show off how vast and different this region could be. As you can see, being so close to the Antarctic makes things extremely cold to the point of everything freezes over. The ice is both beautiful and powerful, and of course, it would play home to a vast variety of ice-type Pokemon. With the most diverse region yet set before us, we need a map to match this. And I have an idea of how this could work. Doing something different this time. In the bottom left corner of the map is the map legend, so you can see what is representing what for once. It would be a very large region, but as you can see, the league is missing. That is because it would be far off the western coast on an island. Easter Island to be exact, or at least that would be the inspiration for it. It would just be so iconic to have a ferry boat take you out to the island, go through Victory Road, and arrive out amongst the Moai and challenge the Elite Four and later the champion. But with the region so unique, we need Pokemon just as unique. And I have 4 great examples of wildlife from these countries that would translate perfectly into Pokemon. And we'll start with the Andean Flamingo, the rarest flamingo of all. These exist in the far northern parts of Argentina in the mountains. The flamingo is actually one of those animals that should have been a Pokemon long ago. It's colorful and unique enough to make a great Pokemon. As for its typing, I am afraid this would end up having the water and flying typing with subpar stats. So I would have this be in the regional bird, have it start off normal and flying and end up water and flying. I am sure with a great ability it would be a great Pokemon. I would just love to see this made into a Pokemon, honestly. It's one of those animals that need to be a Pokemon. Next up from Chile is the Guanaco. And yes, it's pretty much a llama. But unlike normal llamas, this can come in many different colors. I would want this to be the same for Pokemon. Have it come in many colors, maybe even vibrant colors of the rainbow. It would be a non-evolving Pokemon and would just be a plain normal type. But despite that, it would be a strong Pokemon. I would make sure this Pokemon would get to stockpile and spit up combo, since only Jigglypuff and now finally Komala can take advantage of the stab for this combo. Now, these next 2 animals are very unique as they are something I call real-life Pokemon. They are animals just so outlandish that they could actually be real Pokemon. And we go into these with the Visacha of Chile. Despite what it looks like, it's not a rabbit. They are more chinchilla than rabbit. Either way, it's a rodent and it's very, very adorable. I could see this being a normal and rock type, actually, though that would give it so many weaknesses while only having a few good offenses. Because of those offenses, I will keep it with that typing. It would be a basic Route 1 rodent Pokemon, but it's just so damn cute. I mean, look at it, it's fluffy. I would give it that ability, actually, to raise its defense capabilities even further. And we head back to Argentina for the final real-life Pokemon in the form of the Poodoo. This is what happens when you let a dachshund mate with a deer. You get these adorable micro deer that barely stand 2 feet tall and are quite long for what they are. I would really want this to be a fairy-type Pokemon with great physical attack power. It just looks like it would work great as a fairy-type since how cute this thing is. But like I categorized these last 2 Pokemon, they already look like real-life Pokemon, so I wouldn't change much about them and just add them right into the game. Now, like always, we need a legendary to show the grandness of this region, and I think I found something very unique while searching through the myths and legends of the region. And I found one that is the most unique thing I think I've ever found, the Caluche. It is a sentient goat ship, a creature despite what it is. It is said in the legends to be crewed by the drowned and is able to go underwater like a submarine. The myths also say that it has 3 mermaid-like creatures that go out and try to get souls for it. I'm not sure how this would be made into a Pokemon, but hey, if Game Freak could make a living anchor as a Pokemon, why can't we have the whole goddamn ship now? As for typing, Ghost would be a given, but I wouldn't pull a boner and make it into a grass type. I would make it a Ghost and Water type Pokemon, and I would want it to be extremely bulky. High HP, high special, and normal defenses. But because of this bulk, it would be super slow since, well, it is a giant ship after all. I like the concept, but I'm glad I don't have to make this one into a Pokemon. Chile and Argentina, 2 great countries that would make very unique Pokemon regions. And I dare to say this could be the most unique region I've covered yet. With all these locations, I'm tempted to learn how to make ROM hacks and make these regions myself. In the next episode, we are going to take a nice look at the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Puerto Rico as a Pokemon region. This series is all thanks to each and every one of you watching. If you ever want to see a location for this series, and if it's new or you did a while back or part of a group video, leave it in the comments below and I will add them to the list. And as always, I will always give you a shout out as thanks for helping me keep this series going. If you enjoyed this location and video, leave a like and share this video around. It helps me grow as a channel and I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter to know when all my videos go live, as well as to know when I might be doing something special in that month. The link to my Twitter is down in the description below and on the front page of my channel. And as always, this has been your guide to the world, Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching, everyone.